Good morning, y'all.
Good morning and welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
And not care who doesn't like it. This cat said I was so young and happy in that video. My dude, that was just like last year. What the hell?
It's been a hell of a year.
I guess you were younger though. I guess
there was some.
You're not
you can see the gray hairs. You can see the. If not for the makeup, you see all the. Anyway, wait a minute.
Ben, you wear makeup?
I don't wake up like this. Come on, man.
Wait a minute. Where's my stylist at? See, Dwayne, we talked about this. David, I keep telling y'all, this is why I'll never be on time. This is why I'll never come to production meeting.
I ain't say nothing about stylist.
Nobody put no makeup on me when I come in. I just gotta wake up and just come in here, just like damn, spots all on my face and shit.
Why do you think I only come on screen occasionally, James?
Y'all thought I wake up like this? I wake up looking like listen. Let me tell you something. If you saw my feet, you know how working class I really was. Anyway, wait a minute.
Slay. Damn. Fred Flintstone feet Ben be out there running. It's yabba dabba doo.
Hey man, some of us wear socks during sex and others don't. I just say it like sometimes.
What? Don't you bring no goddamn socks in my bed. Okay, never mind. Put your socks on. Just put your shoes on. You know what? Just leave. Man.
I've had quite a few girls who've been like, in past lives, been like, did you really wear socks? Yes. I did us both a favor and I wore socks. Leave me alone. How did we get here? And nobody's supposed to be here. I want to start with Madison Cawthorn. This is the only place to go after opening like that.
I was just about to say.
Listen, this is a no judgment zone around here. I don't care what you like, as long as you're consenting adults, do you. And do it great. Be great in your lavender. Madison Cawthorn is a hypocrite. I have no problem with these pictures that we're getting ready to put up on the screen. He's a representative, a Republican. He is a Trumper. He is a January 6er. He is all those things. I have a lot of problems with him, but I don't have a problem with the picture we're getting ready to put on the screen. Apparently a lot of people do. Here's Representative Madison Cawthorn dressed in lingerie, cross-dressing. Let's take a look. And it was all over the news. Breaking, Madison Cawthorn, pictures of him cross-dressing or just dressing in lingerie, not even cross-dressing. I don't know what you call it. He's just out partying. He looks a lot happier there, James, than he does doing all the evil shit that he's doing in Washington, D.C. I would much rather he would be out partying like this every single night than to be in Washington, D.C. trying to hurt transgender children. I would rather him be out partying and snorting. I don't care how much cocaine he wants to snort it all. Just stay out of the lives of people because he wants to be free to live and do what he wants to do. Simultaneously wants to be able to tell other people what they can't do. That's the only problem I have with this picture. What are your thoughts, man?
It's not giving what they said it's supposed to give. It's giving very much. Don't ever do that again. We don't care if you was playing a game. We don't care what you was doing. It's just giving, just like we know. Twink, we know.
Let me read.
Ben don't know what that means. I'm thank God he doesn't.
I don't. Like, I'm gonna laugh because that's what I get paid to do. Is laugh all day. Madison Cawthorn,
right,
this is his.
That bra don't fit. It don't. The whole thing, it just don't fit. It just looks very like. It looks very right girl. Like, what was the movie? White Chicks. It give me real white chicks.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna say Mean Girls.
White Chicks.
I was gonna say, don't bring up my favorite movie on the show. Anyway, he said, don't do this again. Don't dress like this anymore.
Ever.
You're just gonna do it right. If you're gonna
do it right, you know, just
right.
It's like, you can tell it looks like he was doing it for a game or something because he lands on like 2 pieces of lingerie. It's just like, yeah, no, look at it. It's just like, no. The corset is wrong. The bra is wrong. Just everything is all wrong. It's wrong, sweetie.
Can't even do that right, man. Come on, what's wrong with these mediocre?
Somebody said Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's exactly what it's given.
That's what it's given.
But terrible, terrible.
Moving on. Young Americans are increasingly disapproving of President Joe Biden. CNN is reporting a recent poll shows President Biden's favorability amongst young Americans is trending downwards. The poll conducted by Harvard Institute of Politics found that nearly 41% of young Americans aged 18 to 29 approve of Biden's performance thus far. He could always cancel student debt and get that number up pretty significantly. What do you think, James?
Well, now with the, excuse me, I think it was Roller Dragon that talked about it last week with the stipulations if he does cancel those student loan debts. Now I think even after doing that, he's still going to trend downward. Yeah, man, because if you think about it, it makes sense. Like student loans were sold to somebody else for more income and more money. So now that if you really think about canceling student loan debt, a lot of people won't even have anything to cancel because their loans are sold to a private lender like mine were. So canceling student loan debt won't even help my ass out now. That's all right, because y'all ain't going to get a damn dime of my money. The hell you think this is? Sorry. I was about to, oh boy. That thing pissed me off. Y'all don't understand.
You know what I love about this show, James, is that we have all the flashiness and all of the glitz and the lighting. You know, every now and then our cameras go out. But besides that, you know, we look nice. And most of the time, like, we just don't even care. We'll just say, Sally Mae, keep calling as much as you want to. We're not going to pick up the phone because, you know, this is real life around here, man. Real life around here is working 2 or 3 jobs and paying on your student loans and then realizing all that money went to nothing, right? And all that money went just interest and you're still stuck with $100,000 principal. Like there's a lot of things Joe Biden could actually do. He could do something on the environment. He can do something about voting rights. He can do something about student debt. Make a pass at him. Do something about the rent being too damn high. Do something about inflation. There's a lot of things that he can do.
Oh my gosh!
Because that gas pump is whipping my butt. Like I wish this was the beginning of the pandemic because I wouldn't be driving anywhere. But now $70 to fill up a car, right? There's a lot of things that can be done, but I just don't get the feeling they're interested in doing a whole lot.
Ben, what are you driving? A diesel truck?
How much is gas where you at, man? Gas is $4.10 for the cheap stuff. Where I am.
Ben, where the hell you at?
I just paid $100 to fill mine up the other day.
Dwayne, what you driving, a tank? Jesus.
regular gas. 20 gallons.
That 87. Yeah, gas is $3.79 here in Georgia now. I think lowest is like $3.49.
Yeah, it's $4.10 a gallon over here now where I am.
Well, you are in Florida though, Ben, so that sounds about right.
Sounds about
explains these Uber prices.
Ron DeSantis. Anyway, I digress. Let me move on. I'm trying to save a little bit here for Rebecca. There's a whole lot more stories that we have to cover. We're going to be talking about the baby, getting into the baby type trouble. Megan Thee Stallion recounting getting shot by Tory Lanez, was it?
Tory,
yeah.
Tory Lanez. We're going to talk about that along with a couple other stories. One more quick political story before we transition. Apple, along with all these other stores that are unionizing, Starbucks are unionizing, Amazon's unionizing, Apple stores are pushing now for unionization. Apple retail stores, workers employed at the Cumberland Mall in Atlanta, Georgia, shout out to them, announced yesterday that it has filed for a union election, according to Bloomberg Law. The group filed the petition with the National Labor Relations Board on Wednesday after obtaining signed union authorization cards from eligible employees, which, as The Verge notes, include salespeople, technicians, creatives, and operations specialists. So all those people at the Cumberland Mall Apple store joined up and said they want a union, and they are filing for it. And we'll see how that election goes. We'll keep our eye on that one, man. That's exciting. Definitely. Shout out to Cumberland Mall. I know that area.
Yeah, for real. Let me go ahead and go up here to Cumberland Mall and work at this Apple store. I need a new phone anyway.
All right.
Working 5 jobs already.
You know what I mean? Hey, man. Anyway, I was going to make a joke about being Jamaican, but we don't have any Jamaican representation on the show yet. So I'm going to save that till we get Jamaican representation. That said, one other story real quick before we get ready to move on to some of the cultural stories. Emmett Till's family is looking for justice. Now, I know Rebecca is going to talk about this. She dropped the story, but we talked about it at the top of the show. I want to play this clip. Emmett Till's surviving relatives, they're seeking justice against his accuser after the murder in 1955, the kidnapping, murder, lynching of Emmett Till. Let's take a listen into this clip.
The relatives of Emmett Till are hoping to launch a new investigation and prosecution against Carolyn Bryant Donham, the woman who accused him of improper advances. Now, FBI records show Donham was named nearly 67 years ago in a warrant that accused her in Till's abduction. Even before Till's body was found, she was never arrested or even brought to trial. Now in her late 80s and most recently living in Raleigh, North Carolina, Donham has not commented publicly on calls for her prosecution. She did not seem to know she had been named in an arrest warrant in Till's abduction until decades later. Till's relatives met in March with officials, including District Attorney Dwayne Richardson, the lead prosecutor in the case, but left unsatisfied. A distant cousin of Till, Deborah Watts, says there doesn't seem to be the determination or courage to do what needs to be done. Emory University in Atlanta will remove the name.
That was a lot of years later. Yeah, man. I got a lot of feelings about that.
I really don't know, Ben. I really don't know. It's one of those things. It's like, it's just like, can you imagine what she's going, like what's going through her head right now? 80 years, at 80 something years old, and she's like, damn, they trying to prosecute me at 80 something. I mean, anybody can, I hate to say it like this, but anybody can get it, man. I mean, I don't know. It's just a lot. It's really a lot. I don't know how to feel about it. Granted, I do think something should happen. I really don't know. I don't know. This is one of those like, damn, I don't know.
I'm going to leave this one to better people than me to solve. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it to better people than me to solve. Cause you listen, okay, let's deal with it, man. Let's deal with it.
Ben.
I'm not losing my black card on the result of this. Let's go to a break. I'm not.
Yeah, bro. I don't know how to feel about that one, dude.
Bro, let's go to a break. We'll be back after this. I'm gonna take 5 and think about this before I say something on air. Let's go.
Yeah. Good job. The T said it best in the chat. Doesn't feel like justice. I don't know. Man, I don't know. I really don't know, y'all. I don't know. We gonna see what Ben got to say when we come back. And Rebecca, because I don't know. But y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Rebecca will be joining us momentarily. Y'all stay tuned. Deb, good morning to you. I'm gonna say the name wrong. Good morning to you. Other Bullspit, good morning. You know, and Other Bullspit just said something, at least sue the family. So I don't know how many of y'all watch Atlanta, but there was one episode of Atlanta where basically somebody won a case, a family won a case against another family because that white family owned slaves. So they sued that family for retribution and they won. So what started happening is that everybody in the country started finding these the generations and everybody, they started finding everybody that their ancestors owned the slaves, and they started suing them, and they started getting money for it. So eventually at the end of the episode, what happens is they pass this act where if you own slaves, or if your family owns slaves, then you were paying retributions for everybody. So you were giving at least 15% of your paycheck going to the family of those people that were slaves. It's a really interesting story. Y'all gotta watch it. It's on Atlanta. If y'all haven't seen it yet, Atlanta. Good morning, Indian Brown. Good morning to you. It's like, it was a lot. When I saw it, I was just like, Jesus, this episode is a lot. That's right, Snack Method, the guy from Hangover. And you know, Moon Meet You, I agree. She for sure got the benefits for accusation a long time ago. Her age doesn't change that she took advantage of her privilege. Facts. That's true. It's just a lot, man. It's just like, whoo. Carmen Jones, yes, it is.
Alive, let's hit the dance floor. Don't work too hard, might break a backbone. Return of the Mac, the king.
Truth the Dragon, good morning, Truth.
Never let go. She saw the stone, you know how that go. Fatality, my diamonds that cold. Versace trunks, I hit my backstroke. Knock on the door, she at the back, bro. All I really take is a little taste. I like girl blue eyes with a little bass. Here for the thrill, I don't need a chaser. Wanna vibe and get away. Shimmy, shimmy, I got.
You know, Boondocks, and I think that's what it is. It's the amount of time that it's taking. And I guess the question that I have is, why now? Why didn't we do this years ago? What was it that caused this to happen? Is it because there have been a lot of stories going on? What's led to this? Why hasn't it happened a long time ago? Those are my questions. Hollywood, good morning. And yes, we also need to see, David, which ones will actually work when we plug them up and keep the damn battery charged.
Really think I'm seeing things. Read the line in mid-between. Yellow light, I gotta speed up. Get home to a cold shower. Need that pronto. Look like a rave at the condo. Heck of a night in Toronto. She said, boy, you in Morocco. Pearl white mention in the top gold. Fill up my cup with the pop, whoa. High off life in the spot, though. Running at the visa. Really talking to a real life Mona Lisa. Jesus pieces hanging off the fleece. So much going on.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot myself. Don't forget, y'all, this weekend, patron party. Yeah, you're right. Don't forget patron party this weekend, y'all. Patron party on Friday. I'm trying to get karaoke right, but if we can't get karaoke in, we'll just do a regular patron party that we're gonna do, man. We'll see if we come up with a theme or not. Patron party on Friday, so make sure that you go on your ass in. You don't want to miss it. I do want to do this karaoke because there will be so much fun. All right, y'all. Please welcome back to the screen, Benjamin Phoenix Dixon.
Back. I appreciate that. I had to take a pause for the cause. I think I figured out some of my position on this, James.
Okay.
I am an abolitionist in terms of prisons. I don't really believe that this country at any level has a moral standing to hold anybody in prison. But then the problem, what makes it so difficult, is that this family absolutely has the right to pursue justice. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The family Emmett Till, there's no question about whether or not they should pursue it. That's their call. That's their decision. And to be quite honest, there's no statute of limitations when it comes to murder. So I have no problem with the amount of time. I do have an issue with seeing anybody of age 80 go to prison. I doubt that would be what happens here in this case. And I think the family probably could very well agree. They simply want the mechanisms of justice to roll. You know what I mean? They want the accountability. They want it on the record. They need this process to happen. But I think justice doesn't always end with somebody in prison. Now, if this had been 40 years ago, then fine. Whatever the case may be, we haven't abolished prisons, and there's prisons for a reason. And you do something, you know what I mean? You call somebody to life, you go to jail. But it just kind of rubbed me a little difficult, because on the one side of the aisle, I'm always advocating against prisons, especially for elderly people. And then at the same time, you got to juxtapose it with this family's pursuit of justice. I would just say this: nothing is as simple, and everything requires some nuance. So that's all. Yeah, I don't know if you had time to think about it more, Gene.
My thing is, one question that I would ask, and I agree with you, Ben. My thing is why now? Why not years ago? Like where this should have been done? Because let's think about it. If we put her, if she is convicted, they do arrest her. How long is she going to survive in jail? And what kind of justice is that really? Honestly, I do get the justice part of it, to say that she's been prosecuted. And yes, I do agree that she should pay it, either be it by suing her estate or getting something out of her that should have been gotten out of her a long time ago. But like I said, my main question is why now? I wish it would have happened earlier. It should just happen. This should have happened years ago.
And see, that's the other part of this. So on the opposite side, you had the men who actually were guilty of killing him, who were able to get away with for years. And those individuals I believe they didn't get found guilty until they were in their 80s. So it's like you have this corrupted system where, white Americans were able to get away with murder. Full stop.
And promises manifested. I'm not talking about back then. I know we didn't have the rights then. I'm talking about now. I'm talking about it's 2022. God damn it, we've had a lot of rights that come out. It's a lot of shit that we could have did a long time ago. Why now? And that's my thing. I know that we're on this big social injustice movement and everything, but why now? And I just hope that it's not one of those things where the family is trying to get something out of this from Emmett Till, like monetary or anything. I just hope it's for the right reason. That's my main thing.
Well, I'm not sure. We'll have to, and I'm sure we'll hear more from the family. That I'm sure of. I'm sure we'll hear more from the family as to why they're doing it. My only question was really like, could you see this, somebody going to jail at that age? And I'm like, no, I can't. Can you see accountability for somebody at that age? Absolutely. And I think there should be more. I think there should be more accountability across the board, but not all accountability ends with jail. And can I just say that one last thing? The odds. Here's one last thing. The odds of accountability actually happening here are so long that it took this long. I think that's the thing. The odds of this family actually getting accountability were so long that it took this long. So I would say like maybe the family's just getting it wherever they could get it, when they could get it, because this has been since 1955.
Yeah, 1955. Exactly.
And that's how long it takes to get justice in this country. And one last thing before we move on to the next story, there are more and more stories like this that are happening currently. They're not ending. Not all of them are ending in the kind of graphic and brutal nature, but they're ending in death and murders that are not being investigated, right? There's a case out of I don't even have to start naming cities. There are cases all across the country where Black people are being killed by white people, and there are no investigations, literally no investigations. So I think it's just a really effed up place for justice for Black people in the first place. I think that's the starting and ending position right here.
Yeah. And Ben, you said it just right then. You said something else. It's just like, I really don't see an old white lady on trial.
You think they're going to do something to her?
But that says it all right there. Now at this point, it's got me thinking like prosecute her. Go ahead. Let's go.
See, this is the complicated.
When you say it like that, prosecute that ass.
I love it.
Old white lady, anybody can get it. Because if they gonna try to prosecute a 80-year-old Black man, go ahead, let's get her too. At the end, let's get it.
That's right. See, but see, this is the temptation, James. Like you got to simultaneously be like, it is a beautiful nuance to be against and for something like. No cap. I'm not trying to make an excuse here, but listen. If you're in favor of an 80-year-old person going to jail, I got a problem with you. But if you're against somebody getting justice after this type of brutal murder of Emmett Till, America's a messed up place, and the balance of justice is not pretty. But hey, let's see what happens. That's why I said this family has every right. Family has every right.
Agreed.
Do I want to? Yeah. Do I care? I'm caring less and less. Anyway, moving on.
Right. Every time you talk more and more about it, I'm just like, you know what?
I'm talking myself out of caring. Let me get this thing up here and pull up the next story. Actually, no, we're gonna go to the next story. This is a clip of Megan Thee Stallion, who I am a staunch supporter of. I love her work. No, she is a lyricist. Listen. She is a lyricist extraordinaire, and I swear on everything. My first attraction to Megan Thee Stallion was her lyrics. Like, she's just dead as one of the illest lyricists around right now, period. Here's a clip of her discussing the incident that happened with Tory Lanez last year, where she was shot in the foot. Let's take a listen.
There was an argument in the car?
It was an argument because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. Mm. But that's like normal friend stuff. Like, we fuss about silly stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. But I never put my hands on anybody. I never raised my voice too loud. Like, this was one of them times where it was like, it shouldn't have got this crazy.
It shouldn't have escalated to the way that it did.
So I get out the car and it's like everything happens so fast. Yes. And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, "Dance, bitch." And he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, he shot a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And I was so
is he in the car shooting from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window shooting. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick. Like, cause I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like,
were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before.
Mm. That's crazy, dude. I didn't even know that was part of it. And for you, for a man to be talking to a woman like that, like she's some just. That's that's why he's canceled now. F that. That's why he's canceled now. Tory that's just it's a whack move because you think that you have money. You ain't got no money compared to Megan, man. And that you wanted to shoot out the window and tell her to dance, B? Nah, bro. That's real weak. That's real weak.
You know, and a lot of people, when this first came out on Twitter, a lot of people, this is what happens when you're fans of people versus like just following the story and news. A lot of supporters of Tory Lanez just came after Megan, right? Mm-hmm. They came after her and they were like, you know, whether it was true or whether she did. You know, I even see people talking like on Twitter, like, did she deserve it? I'm like, is this really what we're going with in the year of our Lord 20 and 22? Yeah, I know Rebecca is going to, when she joins us, she's going to have a whole lot more to say about this. But the other part that really stands out is how much Megan actually tried to protect this boy at first, right? At first she tried to, but then he kept acting stupid. He kept getting further and further into his ignorance. Go ahead, James. You gotta say something.
That's what I was about to say. She lied to try to protect him, but then he kept going on and talking mad shit about it. And so that's when she's like, you know what? Let me go ahead and tell the truth. And I know that's in. We have a second clip that's when she talks about her lying and trying to protect him and cover him up. Damn, that I just exposed his ass.
Yeah, run it.
Everything they said to me, but I remember them asking me what's happening, what happened to you, and I didn't want them to kill any of us or shoot any of us. So I just said I stepped on glass because I didn't.
Why did you say that? Why didn't you say he shot me?
I didn't. For some reason, I was just trying to protect all of us because I didn't want them to kill us. Like, even though this person just did this to me, my first reaction still was to try to save us. Like, I didn't want to see anybody die. So I just said, I stepped on glass. So when I see people trying to use that against me, like trying to act like I'm lying, oh, she stepped on glass, she never got shot. I'm the one who said I stepped on glass. I was lying to protect all of us. And sometimes I wish I really would have never said that.
You wish you would have just told the truth.
I wish I would have told the truth, but if it saved all of us from dying, then that's just probably what it was meant to be.
See, that just goes to show what black women have to go through in order to protect black men sometimes, because that's true. A lot of people will make up lies, because just think about it. The way those police had the guns drawn on that car, they probably would have shot and killed all of them.
Facts. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. She made a real calculation in the moment, and the calculation is these cops like to pull triggers. Even if I don't care if Tory Lanez had a license. I don't care what the status of his gun was. Philando Castile's gun was legally registered, and he ended up dead. So Megan was right to fear for that and to take that into consideration. But by in that moment trying to protect herself, everyone else, and even the person who shot her, she's having to do this kind of calculus in real time, man. That's crazy. That is just, that's adding on top of the trauma. And you can see it. I think we have one more clip of her describing the rest of the situation. Let's take a listen in.
I think our parents always teach us something. And I'm curious about your mom and your dad. What do you think what is the one lesson that I'm sure there were many, but what is the one lesson they each taught you that you still hold true today, that you still follow today and remember and believe? I didn't mean to make you cry. I was just curious about the impact and effect they've had on your life.
They were my best friends. It was only the three of us all the time. Like when I went to school, I feel like it was different. It was a little different with me interacting with other kids. So like they would kind of pick with me a little bit. Like I was so tall already, and they just really let me know like you can't ever let somebody else's insecurities make you insecure. Like they let me know everything about me was okay and everything about me was great and beautiful. So that's all I ever knew. And I still hold that with me to this day. Like I don't think it's anything in the world anybody could tell me about myself to make me not like myself.
I love Megan. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Ben,
how can you not?
Need to hear this song, Plan B, her latest song that just came out.
Oh, yeah? Oh, really? I'll listen to it as soon as the show is over.
I wish I could play it on the show, but yeah. When I tell you,
man,
she snaps, bro. She snaps.
And how tall is Tory Lanez? He's like 5'2", 5'3".
Y'all about the same height, probably.
No, Mr. Postman. I got him. I ain't taller than a lot of people. I'm taller than his short.
Yeah, send his punk ass back to Canada. We okay. We don't need him. Send him back to Canada. We okay.
And wasn't it like, bro, you are out partying and you are out with Megan the Stallion. But what she said in that clip that really jumped out to me, man, that last clip, she said what her parents told her was, don't let someone else's insecurities, I think she said, affect yours, like make you insecure. Don't let someone else's insecurities make you insecure. And I guarantee you, the whole thing with Tory Lanez was his insecurity, being like 5'0" and wanting to be with Megan Thee Stallion, who's like 5'10" without the stilettos. So,
right.
I'm sorry that sister had to go through that, man. But send his ship his ass back. You say he's from Canada?
Canada. And he's 5'3". Sorry, Ben.
5'3". I still got
like 5'3" and a half. So
I got. Listen, man. Listen, I'm 5. Blah 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 blah. I'm a couple more inches. I got him by some inches. By 4. Anyway, what's that American Girl song? 5'7". God is just. But yeah, I'm Kanye's hype, man. That's it. I'm Kanye's hype. I digress.
Y'all short, man. Jesus
me,
Christ.
Kanye, and Wayne, we all about the same height. Something happened in 1980 where all the babies came out 5'7" and under. Moving on. One last story before we get out of here. The baby, who actually I think, well, how tall is the baby? The baby ain't a whole lot taller than the rest of us. But I ain't gonna talk about him on the internet because he crazy.
Bruh. He on the way to get canceled too.
I ain't gonna say man till he wow. So what? I don't even have all the details of this next story. Dwayne, you been like you about to jump in there before we move on.
We have an explainer, I think.
Oh, okay. We have an explainer. Here's the baby, the rapper. I'm pulling up my notes here. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Go ahead.
Yeah, I gotta know. So the baby got into an incident at Walmart, and the footage is showing that the baby is the aggressor and not acting in self-defense. This is not his first rodeo. Let's take a look at the explainer as well as the footage. Here's the baby wrestling in Walmart. Let's run the explainer.
And check this out. So the baby shot and killed a man at a North Carolina Walmart in November 2018. The Charlotte-bred rapper avoided a murder charge over the death of a 19-year-old Jalen Craig and claimed he acted in self-defense. But doubt was cast on that narrative on Sunday, April 24th, when the never-before-seen video of the deadly scuffle surfaced online. Their surveillance footage shows the baby throwing the first punch at Craig's friend, Henry Douglas. Craig can be seen pulling out a gun from his waistband, but appears to begin to tuck it back in before attempting to break up the fight between Douglas and the baby. The footage then cuts to a fellow shopper becoming startled and running away, presumably as the fatal gunshot was fired, as the baby reappears in frame holding a Glock. As the footage circulated online, dramatically changing the perception of the almost 4-year-old incident, the baby took to social media late Sunday to address the matter. According to the 30-year-old rapper, this is just the latest attempt to assassinate his character. "The dudes praying on me can't F with the people praying for me," he tweeted. The baby later posted a clip of Tyrese's viral crying video amid his 2017 custody battle in which he bemoans, "Man, $13,000 a month, what more do you want from me? Oh my God." No disrespect to my boy Tyrese, man, but what y'all dudes got going on, bruh? What more do you want from me? Somebody behind the scenes on my ass, ain't it? In a follow-up Instagram story, the baby continued to fight back against the footage while claiming he's been robbed of $30 million. Like, damn, bruh, dudes done took $30 million from me, lie on me once a week, want my fine-ass baby mamas to hate me, want me to lose fights I don't start. What more do you want from me?
I like the explainer, first of all. Whoever that was an explainer.
Yeah, she's pretty good. I think Rebecca's here somewhere.
Yeah, Rebecca is in the house. Azor is in the house. Welcome to the screen, the one and the only Queen Azor with the yellowing. Good morning, sis.
Right.
Hi. Good morning. How are ya? Oh, that's crazy. I gotta go get my charger for the computer. But good morning, y'all. What's up?
Right. Good morning, Rebecca.
How are you?
We're doing good. We're doing good. How much time you got on that battery? Do you need to step away and grab that computer?
On the next commercial break, I should be fine. Okay. But, with these old MacBooks, it's crazy. It's like you could be talking and next thing you know, it's just like it's gone. And it says about 80%, 75%. It's a lie.
Because mine, Rebecca, is funny because the MacBook where my camera's plugged up to, because I had to get 2 MacBooks because this was old and was about to die. But if I leave it off the charger for, let's say, I think 30 minutes is about the max lifetime of this MacBook.
Ooh,
off the charger.
And then it'll be red, right? And struggling. And I'm thinking, wow, this is gonna shut down on me. Let me hurry up and go get my charger. But then I'll get sidetracked with things I'm supposed to be doing, like working. And then I will look at the computer. It's like an hour passes by, an hour, 20 minutes, and I'll see like text messages popping up on my MacBook. I'm like, that thing said it was going to die. It's hanging on by a thread.
It's still hanging on.
Rolling after an hour. But let it be. You done charged it up, right? You done charged up the MacBook. Next thing you know, it's like you got 10 minutes on your life. You got 10 minutes on. I got the iPhone 13. This baby lasts forever, but it'd be at the wrong, most inconvenient times where you think, okay, it's like at 5%. I know it's going to hold me down. You got about 1 second to scroll somewhere and it just shuts down. Absolutely hate it. And another thing I hate about these phones is when it dies, I've learned that not every iPhone is like that. And I have the iPhone 13 Plus Pro, whatever the hell it's called. But, ain't nothing different about the rest of the phones. They all the same. I'm just going to say that too. But one thing that I've learned about this phone, when it shuts off on me, y'all, it takes 5 business days for it to turn back on after I plug it in. And I don't like that, because what if something happens to me? And I'm like, let me hurry up and before it's dead. Now I got to be like, hold on, don't stab me right now. Let me just plug it in. Give me about 10 minutes, and then then you can chase me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous. It's dumb. Like, it's really dumb. If I am hurt or I need my phone and it's like on its last leg, just y'all iPhone users is just prepare. Die.
Rebecca gave me, she's one of those type of people that don't put her phone on the charger and wait till it's like 1% left before she put it on the charger. See, y'all kill me.
I got a short. They don't even give you the charger with the iPhone anymore.
Yeah,
so imagine,
they sure don't.
It already was short. You already had to purchase from a weird place for a 10-foot cord that you know is not going to work in the next month. The next 30 to 60 days. And then so with the short cord, you got to lean over. You like are utilizing it. You wait until it's like 10%, 20%. And once you are there, you unplug it and you roll over because you got a good amount. And now you fall asleep and I got to go get my cord. I just got the notification. I will be right back and you guys can start the story, but I'll be right back.
As Ben camera dies too. What in the hell?
Let's go to break, James.
I'm going to get my cord. James,
play some music, James. We're going to get our life together here somewhere. Bye. We'll be back after a quick break.
What is wrong with y'all today? I'm the only one that ain't had no battery problem now. Granted, my battery indicator just popped up too on my camera.
My God.
But that's all right, though. That means I got like a couple of minutes, so when they come back, I can go get my battery. That is terrible. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, man. We got more coming up next year. I like it or not. We're going to get back into Meg the Stallion and also, what was the last story we were talking about? Oh, yeah, the baby. Fuck yeah. Y'all stay tuned, man.
It may hurt for a while. Let's slow down. I can see behind that broken smile. Nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa.
Cerise, good morning to you. Barely. Look, I got 2 MacBooks plugged up, and this camera is plugged up, but it say that the battery got a little line through it, so it's about to go dead. I already know it is. They're right, Sonny. Only in America.
You're nice, like cocoa. You're nice, like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread. Ooh, driving dick, watch a movie. Right by your side on duty, not too much or too sweet. Ooh, passion from your shoe. I know how you feel. Hope I'm not in too deep.
Hey y'all, I received a text from my wife saying she was breaking up with me. Imagine how relieved I was when a couple of minutes later she texted, "Sorry, wrong number."
I know you still
Must be good. Good morning. Yes, David, we know Ben's camera has gone out. So here's a conversation between my boss and I. Boss, do you think you can come in on Saturday? I know you enjoy your weekends, but I need you here. Me? Yeah, no problem. I'll probably be late though, as public transport on weekends is slow. Boss, what time will you get here? Me, Monday.
You're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread.
All right, y'all. Y'all welcome back to the screen. I think Dwayne can hear me. Welcome back to the screen, Rebecca. While being this charging up stuff and everything.
Okay, I was cute when we came back. I wasn't ready to see that, but I was cute. I did.
We kind of coordinate, Rebecca. Look, you got the yellow on. I got the yellow horse on my shirt. Come on, coordination. Coordinate.
Yes.
Coordinate.
Yellow is my favorite color. So
really.
Yes, I love yellow. That's why. Well, you guys can't really see my place, but my whole place setup is pretty much. Yeah. Well, sweetie, I don't know about Waffle House yellow. It's more like it's more like when Beyonce wore that outfit in that video.
You better say that.
Yellow dress. It's like that. It's like a gold.
Give me lemonade.
Lemonade.
Yeah,
yes, those vibes. That it is. It really is that in this place. But see, like my black girl in the background right here, she's yellow, and then my black girls on the wall that you guys can't see over here, they got on yellow dresses. And
but why did I try to move my head and try to look like I could see on your wall around the corner.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
God damn it, Bob,
That's
you
real
on
black of
camera.
you. That's real black of you. Trying to be in people's stuff. But anyways, did you guys take it back to the baby? I don't know if we even got a chance to discuss the baby, but
No.
this video is basically it resurfaced from 4 years ago when he killed someone in a Walmart, shot someone in a Walmart, and he claimed it was self-defense. So now new footage came out that shows allegedly that the baby was the one that was actually the aggressor, instead of him claiming self-defense. And a lot of people are saying, could this be something that they, that attorneys can utilize, and bring him back on, an investigation on this, or, I don't really know how that would work. Some people are saying since it's it's law that he wouldn't be able to be tried again. Some people are saying it may be something that can happen. Here's my thing about it. I don't know what. The baby really wore this incident as like a badge of honor, right? When we first heard about it, he referenced it. When people asked him about it, he would smirk and say, you know what I'm saying? Like, you run up on me, you get whatever. Like that usually would be his response, self-defense, and when we all thought, okay, the baby, it was warranted, because if somebody runs up on you, exactly, that's what it is. And for a minute, when people were invested in liking the baby, and I was, I guess, one of those people, because I thought he was so handsome, I thought he was coming out great. This was about 2 years ago for me. And now, to see that he has, little man syndrome, where he feels like he is just... he can't be touched. What a lot of the things that we have seen from the baby has been aggression. Somebody who's willing to hurt somebody verbally, physically, mentally. We've seen what he's capable of doing in the recent past year, past 6 months, to the mother of his child. And then we've seen what he recently did. Just most recently, there was a shooting that happened at his estate. And it was somebody who was, I guess, trespassing, but he wore that as a badge of honor as well. A lot of people are saying right now, because of the baby's ways and what he has done to people, how he's been with people. We saw not too long ago as well, in the last year, his comments at his own concert to the LGBTQIA plus community felt offended when he made a reference to AIDS and, all that kind of stuff, and people being gay. And so a lot of people were upset with that. Now people are saying somebody is gunning for him to fail, to be canceled. It's almost like every time he's trying, like people try to cancel him, he just keep coming back. Oh, not your camera, but every time people try to cancel him, he just keeps coming back. And in this particular instance, I wanted to know, do you? I'm gonna just talk to myself.
I'm here. We here, Rebecca.
I'm gonna respond. Go ahead and ask your question.
We are all here.
Okay, well, let me talk to Dwayne then. I wanted to know, do you think this recent video is something that holds weight?
No.
That shows his No? You don't think so?
And the reason why is that man lost his life in that Walmart. So when this first happened, the cops, this video ain't new. It's just new to the public. So I'm sure the cops, the prosecutors, DAs, all of them, they've seen this video already. And if they felt it wasn't enough to bring charges, then they're not going to come back just now because the video became public and say, oh, now we need to charge him with murder. Like, no, this video ain't new.
Okay, so
I feel like this might just be something else just to pile on. Like the baby has brought a lot of stuff on himself in the past year and a half, but it's just a lot more just to try to pile on. Like with the shooting you was talking about at his house. I mean, if I was in that situation, somebody trespassing at my wife and my family in his sleep, I'm gonna put a hole. I mean,
that's different.
Like, so
yeah,
it's just new. I mean, I got it sitting right here, but it's just new things keep coming up, and people just trying to keep piling on, kick the man while he down. That's why I feel like this video came out now.
I can't stand people with guns because they always gotta be like, yeah, I got it on me. It's right here. Like,
always.
You know what I'm saying?
Always.
Keep playing with it. It's too much. But I will say, so essentially you're saying the cops got this one wrong. And because the popos got it wrong while they were doing their due process, it's not something that they will, try again.
Who's to say they got it wrong, though? We only seen this one clip. You know what I mean? I'm sure there was way more before.
We went with we went with the initial clip, right? Years ago when we heard about the story, we went with the initial clip and what we thought to be, him being attacked physically first. And so what it looks like, what it looks like from the video that has dropped yesterday or the day before, but it looks like they were arguing verbally, and the baby, them little legs was going fast, and he seemed to be the aggressor in that moment. And somebody lost. You said something poignant. You said somebody lost their life in that Walmart, and that's what I'm thinking of. And if the baby felt like he had to run up on that man and shoot him, it could have been a verbal matter that separated. It could have been hands, on sight. But he shot that man in that Walmart, and that man lost his life. And that family didn't get, anything. So, no justice for that. The baby got off on self-defense. And now this is coming out, and it's probably opening up not only for the baby a situation, but the old wounds for the family. And they're probably thinking in this moment, this probably could be the footage that justifies something for them.
Yeah, but I hate to even bring this back around to a race thing, but it's not like a white person killed a black person in Walmart and got off because of the first clip that we saw. Like, this was two black men. So they gonna look for any reason they could to try to bring charges on that man. You know what I mean? So just because this new,
I see a good reason in that video too.
I was waiting for Ben. I looked straight at the.
So my thing is we don't even with this new video and put it with the old video, we don't have all the facts. You know what I mean? So I feel like they had the facts then. You want to play the video again? They
put the video up.
They had the facts then, and if it didn't amount to charges being brought, I don't see how just releasing this other part of the video is gonna make them circle back. You know what I mean? Because yes, we see this, but what happened before this? What happened? You know what I mean?
But here's the thing. He got his whole crew there. This other man by himself. Other man's backing away. The baby is the aggressor. Now, he gets away with this. If he gets away with this, and I'm trying to find details about the actual trial or whatever the case may be, it's getting easier and easier to kill people and get away with it in America, whether you're black or white, right? And this is, if he gets away with this, then it's just going to be easier for white folks to get away with killing black folks, because I see a situation that the baby creates, because this man is standing here. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's backing up, and here comes the baby. And the baby walks away with a gun. I'm sorry. That's enough to say the baby had an opportunity to leave. That's not self-defense.
So let me give a bit more context as well, too, because what happens is Dwayne, this is one part I think is coming out now. In the initial trial, like the whole story that I read and what I've been hearing is, it was stated that the guy that was backing up, that he was initially the one that started the fight. They're pushing that rhetoric that they're the ones that started the fight. But this video shows something completely different. It shows that the baby was the one that actually initiated the whole, I guess you can say, the whole contact of everything, versus to what was said in court was that guy actually started everything. Jalen was trying to break them up, as you see at the other side of the video. Jalen was trying to break them up. He reaches for his gun, but
he was the guy who was shot.
Right, and he was the one that got shot. He actually put the gun back in his waistband, was trying to push them apart, and then that's when they're saying that's when the baby shot him. Now, I see, Dwayne, what you're saying, because at the other angle of this video, when he gets shot right here, you really don't see what happens in between that part. You don't see the gunshot or the other footage right there. So that's, to me, at that point, it's hard to determine what really happened, or if he shot first or what happened. You know what I'm saying?
And so let me add this one too, this tidbit, because the local news in North Carolina had reported this as well. The baby initially said that he never pulled any trigger during that fight. And so, you know, and the family was saying, like, there has been no justice. There's been nothing, like I was saying. But that video was never played in court. What we just saw was never an angle that was played in court. So my only thing, though, is this video isn't new. Like, I'm sure this when this video came out to the public, it was not the first time that the prosecution or the defense saw this video. You know what I mean? So just because it's coming out now, all of these angles from these cameras in Walmart, they saw all of that. The cops saw this, the prosecute, everybody saw all of that. Everybody involved in the case saw all of that. Why it wasn't played in court, who knows? But I just don't feel like this new video is going to be, just because it's out to the public now, it's going to be like, oh, now the baby needs to go to jail for murder. Like, I don't see that happening.
I don't know if he has to go to jail for murder, but he need to get his ass out of our public discourse.
He did get probation for carrying a weapon. So, and that was the most trouble that he got for that. So, I don't know. It's just, I think this is, for me, this is an unfortunate event. Knowing that he killed someone, like I said, he came in the game acting like, you know, you know how they always say it now, they came from the trenches, made it out the mud. You know, that's their favorite thing to say. And he was one of those people, and he was coming up pretty quick. And he didn't it was almost like the baby couldn't be messed with. A small package that was very powerful. And like I said, he wore these instances as a badge. Like, I killed somebody, you know what I'm saying, in Walmart, don't run up on me. That was almost like every time he was asked about the situation, it would be like, you know, yeah, don't run up on me. Kind of that in that way. Moving forward, you know, we see all these other instances that's showing this man to be super aggressive. It almost reminds me, and we can tie this into, I don't know if we talked about Meg Thee Stallion yet, but it almost reminds me of Tory Lanez. Small syndrome. And so it's like, these people their power comes in, you know, their power comes in how they disrespect people. They get a chance to just shoot people and get away with it. And it's like almost like a power up for them. I feel like the baby even gets away with some of these things because he's a celebrity and because people see him as somebody who, oh man, don't mess with him. He killed somebody. Oh, he a shooter. Or he this and that. And it's like, nah, you can't continue. You're not going to continue to get away with this. There's going to be a time where this stuff catches up to you, and now you're going to be looking crazy. And I don't think this will be the day or this will be the moment that he goes to jail or gets caught up or whatever the case may be. But I think a lot of the things, the person that he kept trying to ride on and be, you know, I think that it's all going to catch up to him. If you wanted to be that shooter, you wanted to be that killer, and you want to talk crazy about people, and you just walking in the streets for free, you don't know what could happen to you. Your celebrity has been protecting you at this point, but now we're getting things like video, and you are implicating yourself with the things that you're saying at your concerts and all of this other stuff. When you are just not a good person, it comes to light on its own.
Yeah. My thing is, I just kind of wonder why they didn't show this video in court, because like reading up on it, they said that they did show it in court, but like Dwayne said, we sure that Walmart, the police, and the courts all saw the video, but it's like one of those things, why did y'all not use this in court?
I guarantee you there's some kind of motion from his attorney to have this dismissed based on some grounds. And
more information too. Let me put this out there too. This was before the baby actually blew up, like gained like real high popularity. This was when like he was more popular in North Carolina, so he didn't have that big superstar celebrity status then like he does now. Right. So he was just a regular Joe Schmo person. Granted that after this happened, that's when his music started blowing up because, like Rebecca said, he was wearing this shooting as a badge and rapping about it in all his songs. And I forgot what song it was that basically blew him up and made him popular like he is now.
Yeah, you know how they rap about always getting off, just like Tory Lanez in this most recent situation, like I said, I see him and Tory Lanez in the same light right here, because these are people who fall back on their celebrity. Because before these cases started coming out and highlighting them in a negative sense, they be wearing. Tory Lanez did a video where he was cutting up a horse, like in his video, and that's people know that's in reference to Meg Thee Stallion, who just recently did an interview with Gayle King, just walking down the story and the incident that happened where she was allegedly shot in the foot by Tory Lanez. And so I don't know if are we not going to that story? Look,
we could do it in the after party. We played it earlier.
Oh, you already covered it. I just need to know. Look, because I was getting ready to just lay it down the line. Hey, y'all, we at the end of the show. They done played the Grammys music on me, and I don't know if I like that too much. But they done played the Grammys music on me, so we're gonna move to the after party. Make sure that you guys head over to the after party. I'm glad that I had a chance to kick it with you guys. It is Taco Tuesday. Go out, get you some tacos, get you a bottle of margarita, and take on this Tuesday like nobody's business. I love you, mean it, and I'll see the rest of you guys at the after party.
See ya at the after party.